Fighter, you ready?
Combate Global.
Oh, what a punch. What an incredible fight. Can you believe what you just saw? We have a champion.
And there is Miami, Florida. That's right, home of Combate Global, an international city known for its action. Well, guess what? Copa Combate had that in spades in the quarterfinal round, and it continues tonight. That's right, Jimmy Smith alongside Alex Welding and Rodolfo Roman, and my God, the quarterfinals. Unbelievable. Copa Combate, a tournament in which 8 fighters from 7 different countries have a chance at $100,000. We had the quarterfinal rounds last time. And Rodolfo, you said telenovela. That's what you said. The stories, the drama. We didn't know how right you were going to be.
This is better than Days of Our Lives, Jimmy. I don't know if you know about that, Alex, but
I've heard of it.
dude, I'm telling you, it is a soap opera, up and down. Anything can happen. That person that you think may win might not show up. Injuries can happen. Aldridge can win. I mean, can we just tune into this video, see what may happen here? We don't know, but Jimmy Morales in that war that he had against his opponent seemed to have some issue with his knee. Took him some time to get off the stool, and right now we're going to see some backstage footage of what occurred and that emotion, that drama that I talk about that happened.
Rodolfo, devastated is not the word.
Yeah.
Disappointed is not the word. Before we see it, you have to understand what is on the line. $100,000, life-changing money. This is what happened backstage. Jimmy Morales, your favorite to win it, Rodolfo Roman. You're seeing the doctor there shaking his head. And Jimmy Morales, you don't need to be a lip reader to see that he is unbelievably disappointed. He says, I can walk, I can move. But the doctor's saying, you can't fight. Alex, that's the key here.
Yeah, I was actually back there in those moments, and he was just pleading, my family, and then, you know, burst into anger too, throwing his mouth guard because such high emotions. All he wants to do is fight for his country, fight for his family, and most importantly, himself too. He put it all out there, and it's only one more round in the semis. He's not going to get to do that. The doctor wasn't budging, but health is a priority.
His opponent, Nicholas Barna, outclassed from the beginning. Jimmy Morales fought a near-perfect fight. But, Rodolfo, when we saw him limping in La Jaula, what did we say? If you're limping in La Jaula, backstage you're going to be done. The adrenaline, the endorphins going through your system. If you're in pain then, something is really, really wrong, fair or not.
Yeah, I know he was squatting. He was trying to show to his doctor that he was all right. But, Jimmy, you and I know when you compete and you get hurt, after those 10 minutes, that's when reality strikes and the adrenaline is done. Wow.
The
Let's
reality
see what happens
here in Copa Combate is action. It was on display in the quarterfinals. Pablo Burgos, of course, taking on Ramiro Jimenez. And action from the word go, Rodolfo. We were starting the quarterfinals, and we were all looking forward to it, and bang, right out of the cannon.
If this was your first time Copa Combate, I mean, welcome, right? This is exactly what it's all about. It was a banger. Just 2 dudes leaving it all in La Jaula for the $100,000 on the line. Burgos nearly taken down in that second round. But Jimenez in that first shot, in that first round was where he was taken. And we thought, right, because he is one of the fan favorites to win this competition, but he thought he was out, Alex, and he recuperated a lot of heart. He continues, but he did take a lot of damage.
Ramiro Jimenez definitely did. I ran into Jay Duran, Combate Global strawweight. She came up to me and goes, that first fight, I'm shaking from it because it was from start to beginning an absolute war. I know Ramiro is going to have a hard time seeing out of his left eye, but other than that, he looks ready to go show that Mexican grit in the semifinals.
Now, also, Jimenez kind of taken aback, right? In the beginning of the fight, he thought Burgos was going to be the guy that was going to grapple him, that was going to go for the takedowns, look to clinch, maybe slow the fight down. What happened? A shot over the top. Suddenly, you're in a war. What happens? You have to shift gears and find a new way to win. That ability to dig deep won him that fight, but to Rodolfo's point, took a ton of damage.
It's crazy, too, because I never noticed a fight where Ramiro came out slow like that. But when we go into our second quarterfinals match with Alexander Shank, he is a second-degree karate black belt, and he didn't get to showcase that much against Mauricio.
Now, Eguiluz, Rodolfo, if you said in the beginning, grapplers can go through these tournaments without getting hit. Eguiluz clearly thought that and fought that way in the quarterfinal round.
Hey, he read the book exactly how it's supposed to be. Didn't take much damage. Came out just brand new, like if nothing had happened. Played out the entire 2 rounds, grappled, and came out of this fight without a scratch, which is going to go a long way now that we enter into the semifinals, which is 1 round, right? 1 minute and 5 minutes, and then leading on to the finals if we were to make it for a 3 rounds, 5 minutes piece.
Now, this is the deal, is that is kind of a mirror image of how to win, right? Jimenez went out there banging, looking for a finish early. What happens? He gets in that long stand-up war of attrition. His opponent, Eguiluz, made it about the grappling, made it about the top pressure, and never got hurt. That is 2 sides of the coin. Well, guess what? These 2 fighters meeting in the semi-finals. So that contrast in styles, how will it continue? That is the question moving forward. One guy hardly touched, another one bashed in the face over and over and over. I was wondering if he'd be allowed to continue. I know his nose was a little crooked. I don't know if he could see out of both eyes. Apparently, the doctors said that he could continue, and he will into the semifinals. Eguiluz, I think we expended more energy than Eguiluz, calling the fight than he did actually fighting in it.
Yeah, as a brown belt, he was really able to control without expending too much energy, which was really impressive. And that's exactly, he's going to need that energy against a guy like Ramiro who brings it on the feet.
I mean, and credit to Jimenez. I looked him up in the back. He looked okay. I know he took some damage, but he was pretty confident, doing a little bit of warming up. Let's see what he's all about in this.
Well, we'll test what Ramiro Jimenez has in the tank. Beatrice, get it going.
Entrando a la jaula, Ramiro Jimenez.
Ramiro Jimenez, we know what he brings. A war of attrition. That's what got him here undefeated at 8-0. Don't need to tell you by looking at his face. He's a stand-up specialist, but it was really the heart in the opening round, right? Yeah, he has the technique, good punches from the southpaw stance, but his ability to withstand getting knocked down and come back. He showed heart in that fight, Alex.
He did, and his coach is going to be there in his corner for the first time because he has a visa this time, and also alongside Puas, our lightweight sensation. So he's there with all the support behind him.
Guys, that damage to the left side of his face. If I'm his opponent, that's a target I'm going after.
Tattoo it. Let's bring that opponent in.
Mauricio Eguiluz.
Now, Mauricio Eguiluz did fight in the quarterfinals. You wouldn't know it by looking at his face. Looked like he just finished maybe a jiu-jitsu practice, because that's what the first fight looked like. Easy takedown, great transitions into dominant positions in 10 fights. Leading into the quarterfinals, he had won 9 decisions. That's his 10th decision in 11 fights. This is how he fights. That's how he's gotten as far as he has in his career. That was impressive in round number 1. Imposing his game, was it not, Rodolfo?
He's doing a smart game plan in this tournament, not taking lots of damage. And look, he has the tools to stop a flashy fighter like Jimenez. If he's able to get him in that clinch and just wear him down. 5 minutes, that's all he needs, guys, to move on to the finals.
It is 1 round here in the semifinals. 1 5-minute round is all it takes to move on to the finals, but who has the gas for it? Ramiro Jimenez, Mauricio Eguiluz, Beatrice, get us started for our first semifinal. Welcome back to Combate Global. Ramiro Jimenez from Mexico on your left, Mauricio Eguiluz from Chile on your right. Eguiluz in the quarterfinals grappled his way to victory, no problem at all. Ramiro Jimenez went through an absolute war, and it shows on his face. Take a look at the head-to-head. Ramiro Jimenez, 6 years younger, 1 inch taller, and a 3.2-inch reach advantage.
Wow, that was impressive.
Callis, get us going for our semifinal.
Y arrancamos con mucha más acción, las reglas de la jaula. Una vuelta de 5 minutos, 3 jueces, utilizando el sistema de 10 puntos. Este duelo en la división peso ligero de SBAO. In the lightweight division, los jueces son the judges are Elian Rodríguez, Vicente Rodríguez, and Richard Green Sr. Y ahora, damas y caballeros, llegó el momento de un combate global. En la esquina azul, in the blue corner, wearing black, vestido de negro, su peso oficial, 145.4 libras, his official weight, 145.4 pounds. Esta noche entra a la jaula invicto como profesional con 8 victorias. Tonight, he enters la jaula undefeated as a pro with 8 victories. De Mexicali, Baja California, México, Ramiro, el Cachanilla Jimenez. Introducing the red corner, la esquina roja, wearing white, vestido de blanco. Su peso oficial, 145 libras. He tipped the scale at 145 pounds. Con un récord profesional de 11 victorias, 7 derrotas y un empate. Con un pro record of 11 victories and 7 losses and 1 draw. De Santiago de Chile, Chile, Mauricio Eguiluz. El referee, Raúl Borrata.
Obedezcan mis órdenes y protegen en todo momento. Obey my commands and protect yourselves at all times. Toquen guante, regresen a su esquina.
We are ready for our first semifinal. It is only 1 round. Ramiro Jimenez in the black, Mauricio Eguiluz in the white. We are underway.
Oh, good way of faking out that takedown, but Jimenez here trying to finish it up very quickly, which will be very, very important if he could do so. Now, good thing he has Christian Puas Perez on the side. He has experience in tournaments, so he can guide him through it. In fact, the last time, the only tournament that he's been a part of, Puas went to the finals with an injury and ended up taking the loss defeat, but hey, he's been there. He knows what it's all about.
And since you mentioned Puas, he's one of his go-to training partners who's heavier than him, also working with him on that grappling all the time.
And in this scenario, 1 5-minute round, 1 takedown can be it. You can spend 3 minutes on your butt and it is over. Ramiro Jimenez from Mexico, he knows that's the case and does not want the grappler, Mauricio Eguiluz, to take him down. There's the single leg.
He has the tools.
Good defense from Ramiro Jimenez.
Oh, this is a dangerous position.
On his back.
Long legs of Ramiro Jimenez, 1 leg in. We've only got 1 minute down in round number 1. But Eguiluz, in his opening round fight against Alexander Schenk, he had no problem scrambling, ending up on top, actually had an X-guard sweep.
That's that jiu-jitsu experience, that brown belt coming into play.
And this is what Ramiro wants. He loves to walk his opponents down in that southpaw position, really looking to let those lefts fly.
Now, I see blood on Eguiluz's right side of the head. I don't know if it's coming from Jimenez.
Jimenez is bleeding from the nose again.
Yeah, there it is. So, I mean, that's a target. You're going to keep striking where you see your opponent's injury. You're going to keep attacking that.
Another factor in this fight, maybe in future fights, is that Jimenez came in busted up. You judge based on damage. Well, I don't know if it happened in this fight or the last fight. Judges are going to judge what they see in front of their faces. And right now, it's a busted up Ramiro Jimenez from the first fight with Pablo Burgos.
And not to say, Mexico is the only country in this tournament right now that has won a Copa Combate.
Just mistimed that left hand. Good duck under by Eguiluz, but no takedown off of that. So far, Ramiro Jimenez making Mauricio Eguiluz work hard for no takedown. Halfway through round number 1, the only round of the fight.
Lupe very cautious. Jimenez going for that finish. And he has plenty of them in his resume.
Mauricio has yet to land one. He's very aware of what it will be like when he gets into the pocket with Ramiro.
Oh my God!
That kick!
Beautiful head kick, and it's over! Ramiro Jimenez with the finish! finish in the semifinals.
Holy cow. Wow.
Unbelievable performance from the fighter from Mexico. Mauricio
Man.
Eguiluz is still out. Great awareness by the referee. He is still down. Bang!
He was just waiting for him to go for the takedown to catch him with that kick. Look at it right here. Big bam! Right there. Smack in the head. Didn't know what hit him.
Unbelievable timing on that shot. Ramiro Jimenez punches his ticket to the finals. Yeah, I got a black eye. I got a busted nose. Still here.
And great quick reaction from the referee. That was a tough kick straight to the temple.
Man, look at all that blood coming in. I can't see from this angle, but maybe from the right side of the eye. Let's look at it. And it was just straight chin right there to that. It seems like the right eye is where he was busted open.
Unbelievable performance for Ramiro Jimenez. We'll make it official when we come back to Combate Global.
El tiempo oficial, 2 minutos y 59 segundos del round número 1, the official time. 2 minutes and 59 seconds of round number 1. And the winner, by technical knockout, el ganador por knockout técnico de sangre mexicana, Ramiro Jimenez.
Improving to 10-0. The undefeated striker takes out the grappler in Mauricio Eguiluz. Beautiful head kick knockout. Let's not talk about the end of the fight. We all saw that, but his ability to stop the takedown, to frustrate Eguiluz, set up that knockout.
I think it kind of goes back to another fight we saw earlier where Mauricio didn't do anything to get Ramiro to respect him. Here you see, Ramiro fighting back. The only thing Mauricio really had going for him was working in that clinch there.
Yeah, he was just trying to take him down, but look, let's just say physically, right, Jimenez is just a powerful dude and just a great timing in there. And he had to do what he needed to do, get a quick finish, did not want to go those 5 rounds, so he can go backstage and recuperate and get ready for the finals. Now, what really concerns me is that eye, guys, that left eye. If you get constantly hit, how swollen up it can get. It could really be a red flag for doctors, Jimmy and Alex.
And they're going to be keeping a close look at it. The stats, of course, don't tell the story. 8 punches for Jimenez, 7 for Eguiluz. But it was about the power of that one head kick. And you look at the takedowns, a total of 0 in this fight. Mauricio Eguiluz, the decision machine, is not the kind of guy who's going to win without getting the takedown. So we have our first finalist in Ramiro Jimenez. Not just that he did it, but the way he did it, a head kick knockout. That, unbelievably impressive. Jimmy, Alex, Rodolfo, the MMA minds we have talking about this fight. Look, it's the idea that Jimenez got his game going in the second fight in a way that really didn't in the first. He had to come back with the striking in the first fight. Really got it going in the second. What are your thoughts on it, Alex?
I thought it was impressive. He got the finish, and he did it without having to get any more damage because he already has a lot of damage there.
What do you think, Rodolfo, about that eye? Do you think it might be an issue?
It could be an issue as you get into the... Remember, now you're going to 3 rounds, so you could test it out, and the more punishment that eye gets, it could be a red flag for our physicians. So he needs to protect himself, keep those hands up. And we don't know who he's going to face next time around, but that is what I would be keeping a close eye on.
Well, it isn't just about the semifinals and the finals. We're having them now. The opening, the quarterfinal, was absolutely unbelievable. We got it started, all these fights, at 145 pounds with the way it got started in the quarterfinals. What I loved about it is Jimenez got it done with his striking, right? Eguiluz got it done with his grappling. What we saw was a wide variety of different techniques employed by every single fighter. The fighter that stuck to their style had success. Rodolfo, how did they get it done to you? Who made the right decisions at the right time to win in those quarterfinals?
Right, Tommy Garcia played a good strategy, and he advances. Eguiluz, of course, he did what he had to do moving on to face Jimenez, but everything changes as soon as we get more into this tournament. You're going to have to probably flip the script and go for a different game plan. right here, Eguiluz again, he was just grappling away against Shank. Really benefited him, but that did not work his way against Jimenez, who knocked him out with a leg kick.
Now, this right here in this fight, Alex, when Shank wasn't able to stop the takedown, Eguiluz didn't throw a lot of feints, didn't throw a lot of strikes, walked into a lot of takedowns. Did it give the illusion that it would be a lot easier in the semifinals for Eguiluz?
I definitely thought that he was going to at least be able to get some more takedown attempts. He couldn't even get them, or when he did, it was a scramble and Ramiro got the better of it. But this was definitely his performance of the night against Shank. It's unfortunate he couldn't move on to the finals, but he didn't hold back when it comes to heart.
Eguiluz, of course, the grappler, trying to get it done against the striker. And that didn't work out for him in the semifinals. But it worked out in the opening round. He was able to get his grappling game going. Now, when you look at the styles that are left, right, when filling out, of course, the second side, let us recap the fight where the man, Rodolfo, you thought might be a finalist, might take this whole thing. Of course, we talk about Chimi and Leonardo Chimi Morales, when you talked about his performance, had a great performance in the quarterfinals, but it cost him a little too much. Take us through it, Rodolfo.
And I think it was towards the end where he got a little flashy towards the end of the second round. I mean, he was dominating the entire two rounds here. But Jimmy played a very smart fight. Really low on his stance. Barna didn't throw anything. He read him right. He did his homework. But Jimmy, his striking on point, worked him out. That rib side, the right side of Barna because of those leg kicks. Man, what a difference it made. But unfortunately, we don't have word yet, but from what we see, the doctors were concerned about that right knee. You saw them in that previous video where he's trying to convince doctors to let him in the tournament. But Jimmy played a very good fight in this one. It was right there. I think that's maybe where he injured himself. Couldn't quite see it because it took him some time to get up, guys. Right there when he tried to go for the finish in the fight.
And the issue, of course, backstage after the fight. Now, when we saw him in La Jaula, we knew there'd be a problem. What's the rule of thumb? If it hurts while you're in La Jaula, it's going to kill you when you're outside. Here it is.
But also for the long term. I don't He's showing you his own. Michel, estoy bien. Estoy bien, Michel. Okay? First part up, he's got the adrenaline. He's going to take damage to that, okay? I'm sorry. Okay? Estoy caminando. I'm sorry. He's doing it, but I got lucky out for what are you telling me? He's showing you. Doing his squats. What are you telling me?
We all heard that scream of disappointment from Leonardo Chimi Morales, but that is another man's opportunity. Shaheen Santana, the backup, makes his debut right after this. Leonardo Chimi Morales is out with a knee injury, so the alternate, Shaheen Santana, steps in against Tommy Garcia. Beatrice, Callis, get us going for our other side of the bracket.
Entrando a la jaula, Tommy Garcia.
There is Tommy Garcia in the quarterfinal round against Manuel Exposito. We thought he would be the wrestler, and for a while it looked that way. Some clinches going back and forth with Exposito, and then an overhand shot, bam, right to the head against Exposito. Put him on rubber legs, knocked down a few times. The referee jumping in, stopping the fight. A TKO win for Tommy Garcia. He found a way to win. That's how you get to the next level in tournaments. Alex, what do you think of his performance?
Tommy definitely left it all on the line. We thought we were going to see some more wrestling. Little did we know the wrestler was going to walk away with a TKO, representing the Dominican Republic, making his home country proud.
You know, it always really, I remember it was a Tyson Fury fight. I think it's Wilder, I think it was, if I remember that. But Wilder just switched his game plan whatsoever. You know, you thought it was going to go one way, and it just came out the other way. And that is what Tommy Garcia did here in their tournament to kick it off in the quarterfinals.
He is into his semifinal. Beatrice, bring out his opponent.
Su oponente, Shaheen Santana.
First time we are seeing him in the tournament, Shaheen Santana fighting out of MMA Masters. Of course, you know that team, Colby Covington, Danny Chavez, some great fighters out of that camp here in South Florida. Tall, rangy, aggressive. Of his 7 wins, 6 by submission. He uses those long arms very, very well.
And he's officially the man in this tournament with the longest reach. I think Ramiro Jimenez has 74. He has 75. He's definitely the tallest coming in. And when I spoke to him earlier this week, he wasn't even so sure that he'd be fighting. Yet now he's in here without even having to go through the quarterfinals. He is in the semis.
Yeah, he's a tall, lanky dude, and he did say during the fight week that I am here to put my opponents to sleep. I mean, right now, this guy has to be a favorite. He's fresh, no sweat.
Yeah, coming in fresh, but will it mean a victory? We'll find out when we come back. Tommy Garcia on your left, the tournament veteran, made it through the quarterfinals by TKO. Shaheen Santana making his tournament debut. He was the alternate, gets in without having to fight. Alternate bout, his opponent did not make weight. Shaheen Santana, 32 years old, but look at the height and reach advantage. You talked about it, Alex. Might be a huge factor. Let's get it started. Beatriz Callis.
Continuamos con mucha más acción. Este es el evento semifinal de esta noche. We continue with much more action. This is a semi-final bout of the evening. División peso ligero, lightweight division. Los jueces son, the judges are James Lázaro, Elian Rodríguez y Vicente Rodríguez. Y ahora, damas y caballeros, llegó el momento de un combate global. Introducing the blue corner, la esquina azul, wearing black, vestido de negro. Su peso oficial, 145 libras. He tipped the scale at 145 pounds, con un récord profesional de 8 victorias y 2 derrotas, with a pro record of 8 victories and 2 losses. De Santo Domingo, República Dominicana, Tommy La Salsa Garcia. En la esquina roja, in the red corner, wearing black, red, and blue, vestido de negro, azul y rojo. Su peso oficial, 147.6 libras. His official weight, 147.6 pounds. Con un récord profesional de 7 victorias y 2 derrotas. With a pro record of 7 victories and 2 losses. Repping Puerto Rico from Miami, Florida, Shaheen Santana Shazam. El referee, Christopher Miñoki.
You go that way. ¿Listos? ¿Listos? Dale.
As our second semifinal of the night, Shaheen Santana on your right in the black, red, and blue trunks. Tommy Garcia on your left in the black.
Man, you can see the size difference here, just towering over Tommy Garcia.
Can't believe they're in the same weight class.
Jesus.
Tommy Garcia won by TKO in the quarterfinal round over Manuel Exposito.
Santana last competed in October of last year, won by rear naked choke in the 3rd round against Alejandro Martinez. He's 1-1 in La Jaula. There's no doubt right now he looks fresh, clean, and just he's a submission artist. The majority of his victories have come away by submission.
That's right, but remember, it's a 1-round fight in the semifinals. So it takes 1 takedown, 1 bad shot like that. Tommy Garcia, faith in that right hand. Oh, another
Garcia.
big right hand.
Holy
From the
cow.
combinations on Shaheen Santana.
Oh,
this might be over. Looks like the end might be near.
Oh, he's not stopped. This guy wants that $100,000.
He is a machine, strike after strike. Shaheen Santana doesn't know where he is.
He's wobbly.
Man,
Tommy Garcia teeing off.
he's not stopping, boys and girls.
I don't care about your reach advantage. I can get inside. I'm gonna hit you with everything I got.
He got him wobbled up. Garcia ain't no stopping that little man.
It is not done yet. Unbelievable action.
Man.
Shaheen Shazam able to survive that flurry. Incredible.
I'm telling you right now, he does not know where he is. He is surviving on gut instinct.
Wow.
Don't sleep on Tommy Garcia and his right hand.
Shaheen,
Good job stopping the takedown.
very loose. Shaheen definitely took a punishment.
It seems like Tommy Garcia has some tall training partners because he is having no trouble finding the chin.
Couldn't away.
Just missed that tornado kick.
Stop. Time.
What happened here?
Don't know what the problem was.
Yeah, I mean, it was a clean knee from what I saw there, but I don't know what.
I don't know what it's being stopped for.
Maybe bump the heads, I guess. I don't. Definitely
No
stops
idea.
the momentum of the fight here.
Talk about not knowing where he is. Shaheen Santana gets a chance to kind of clear the cobwebs here.
Right, this benefits him. Garcia wasn't riding in a high momentum.
But also, I mean, Tommy Garcia may punch himself out a little bit. He might like this rest as well.
Okay, missed the kick. Knee to the body. I don't know what.
Good.
Yeah, it looked clean to me. Oh!
Nice uppercut. Catching Tommy Garcia coming in. Garcia just winging right hands.
Oh, he lost his
catches
footing.
one
He
coming
lost his
in.
footing. He lost his footing, guys.
Good job, Rodolfo, spotting that. Will the judges know the difference? That's the question.
Those long arms could make a front headlock game very interesting, but Shaheen Santana loses it.
Anacondas, Darces, that's exactly what he's built for.
Those long arms. But he gets taken down.
Gets a takedown.
That's going to benefit Garcia, but watch out for the submission game of Santana.
Minute 56, we're under 2 minutes left. Look at that funky guard.
Garcia needs to protect himself. Santana, this is where he likes to be in the ground. He feels very confident.
Nice scramble by Santana, and Tommy Garcia going back to that single leg position, but in a leg triangle as well. Kind of an inverted triangle.
Oh, and it's those long legs, guys.
Very long. Tommy Garcia trying to pull his way out.
Tough position here.
He might get the
referees
TKO.
say, protect yourself, guys. He may step in and stop it. He may step in.
And he does! What a turnaround for Shaheen Santana! Absolutely unbelievable.
They were saying here that there was some shots to the back of the head.
Doesn't matter what you see from the outside. What matters what the referee sees on the inside.
Let's
and
take
he
a look,
said
and yeah, and
these were legal. You can target the ear.
That's it.
Yep, that's a legal shot. He's targeting the ear.
I can see why in a different angle you could assume that it was shots to the head, but that was clean.
Those were clean. We're seeing them right now on replay. Those are clean punches. Shaheen Santana able to turn things around against Tommy Garcia. My God.
How crazy it is. This is just crazy. This is crazy. You don't know what can happen.
I've never seen someone able to pull off a position like that. It was almost like a crucifix, but he was doing it with his legs.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely unbelievable.
Shaheen Shazam Santana gets it done.
Man, incredible. A disappointed Tommy Garcia. Now, the commission right now taking a look at the replay, saying it might have been shot to the back of the head. The replay we're seeing.
Yeah, from this angle, guys, I mean, it was...
there was a few.
Okay, there was some... Grazed him, right? But
now these to the ear that look like they stopped the fight look like he's targeting the ear.
I mean, there was one or two that does look like if it is a shot to the head. I can see that, but it grazed him. Those
are legal. You're not allowed to target what they call the mohawk area.
Those are
strip
clean.
on the back of the head. Those look pretty clean to me.
Yeah. I can see if I'm from a different angle, I can see it. I understand, but from that angle that we saw, look clean.
I believe the commission is taking a look at the same video that we just saw. Commission has taken a look at the replay. They have made their decision. Who moves on to the finals will be a TKO or a disqualification. We'll find out right now.
Tiempo oficial, 3 minutos y 53 segundos del round número 1, the official time. 3 minutes and 53 seconds of round number 1. And the winner by disqualification, el ganador por descalificación de República Dominicana, Tommy Garcia.
Tommy Garcia and his team absolutely thrilled. The commission apparently believing the shots were illegal that ended up finishing the fight.
Shaheen Santana really handling that with such grace, because that is a tough moment for him.
There are fighters who would flip out.
Yeah. Very
But
sportsmanlike.
With a
Tommy
lot of
Garcia,
grace,
we can
but
no longer call
whatever
him.
you think about it. Tommy Garcia winning by disqualification.
Who needs Hollywood writers, man? I mean,
Jeez.
this writes itself.
Well, talk us through it. How did it happen, Rodolfo?
Tommy Garcia,
yeah.
Santana coming in as the alternate since Jimmy Morales couldn't continue due to an injury. And it was that long, towering Santana, but Tommy Garcia found the position and led a flurry of punches. At one point, we thought Santana was out for the count, but he found a way to get back on his feet, Alex. But the pages turned, and it was Garcia that took the victory because of some disqualification shot to the ground.
Yes, Tommy Garcia did what he had to do, because even if he did get down to the wrestling, Santana's a brown belt, so that might not have been where he wanted to keep that fight. So throwing those haymakers and going for it was exactly what he needed to do.
Yeah, it was precision from Tommy Garcia, just going in non-stop, this crucifix position. And you can see some of those shots did graze a little bit of the backhand.
But those
hey,
finishing punches are to the ear. They look legal to us. Yeah.
Yeah, that from that position, yes. But I can see from the angle, it's one of those situations, guys, that it's just hard to tell, man.
It's one of those situations where we don't make the decision.
No.
The commission does. Look, Shaheen Santana, a wipeout in punches, although Tommy Garcia did land some big overhand rights while they were on the feet. Serious advantage in kicks as well, total strikes. A wipeout for Shaheen Santana. But Tommy Garcia wins by disqualification. He moves on. Unbelievable. We keep going here at Copa Combate right after this. Stay with us.
Entrando a la jaula, Ramiro Jimenez.
There is the Mexican fighter, Ramiro Jimenez. This is a kid, when he is done, and at my age, by the way, Alex, I can call him a kid. This is a kid who, when he is done, he is going to sleep for a month. Everything he has been through this tournament, take that $100,000, definitely buy himself a new mattress and rest. He has been through the ringer throughout this tournament, Alex.
And Ramiro, he is so determined. Again, in the beginning of this year, he said that he wrote on his vision board that he wanted to win the Copa Combate tournament, and now it's his chance.
His opponent, of course, Tommy Garcia, ready to go as well.
Su oponente, Tommy Garcia.
There is Tommy Garcia, ready to go. Out of the Dominican Republic, flag over his shoulders. Talk about his wrestling ability, his ability to get inside, get the takedown. That hasn't really been an issue. It's more about the right hand over the top. That is what has gotten him here. A surprise to you tonight, Rodolfo, the way he's fought?
You flip the script, and because it's a tournament, you want to confuse your opponents, not knowing what strategy you're going to use despite what you've used in the past. But right now, I'm telling you guys, that left eye is really swollen up from Jimenez. Keep a very close eye to it. Doctors, I'm sure the physicians are keeping a very, very close eye on it because it is really swollen, guys. And if one of those haymakers that Garcia throws, boy, Alex, that could be the difference.
And he's shown a willingness
Tommy's
to get in there
gotten
and
a little
throw
bit of
big
luck,
punches.
but definitely worked hard for it too. The calls went his way for sure.
That is everything in this fight when we come back. And welcome to our tournament final. Some in-your-face smack talk between Tommy Garcia and Ramiro Jimenez. Garcia representing the Dominican Republic, Ramiro Jimenez, Mexico. Man, the tension in here, you can cut it with a knife. Ramiro Jimenez, 24 to Tommy Garcia's 27. The height advantage, the reach advantage, both belonging to Ramiro Jimenez. Let's get our final going, Beatrice.
Continuamos con mucha más acción. Este es el duelo final de esta noche. We continue with much more action. This is the final bout of the evening. Copa Combate Championship, campeonato de Copa Combate. Los jueces son the judges are Richard Green Sr., James Lázaro, and Eliseo Rodríguez. Y ahora, damas y caballeros, llegó el momento de un combate global. Introducing the blue corner, en la esquina azul, wearing black, vestido de negro, su peso oficial, 144.6 libras, his official weight, 144.6 pounds, con un récord invicto de 9 victorias, undefeated as a pro with 9 victories, de sangre mexicana de Mexicali, Baja California, Ramiro, el Cachanilla Jimenez. En la esquina roja, in the red corner, wearing blue, vestido de azul, su peso oficial, 145 libras, his official weight, 145 pounds, with a pro record of 9 victories and 2 losses, con un récord profesional de 9 victorias y 2 derrotas. De Santo Domingo, República Dominicana, Tommy La Salsa Garcia. El referee, Raúl Morrata.
Obey my commands at all times and protect yourself at all times. Knees and elbows, they both count. Obedezcan mis órdenes y conceden en todo momento. Las rodillas y los codos valen en esta pelea. Toquen guantes, regresen a su esquina.
Well, they touch gloves. That's something. That's right. Some respect between Tommy Garcia and Ramiro Jimenez.
Man, oh man, los bachateros versus los mariachis. Here we go.
This is our finale. Final match. Tournament winner gets $100,000 and is Copa Combate champion. Ramiro Jimenez in the black shorts. Tommy Garcia in the blue shorts.
Now sticking to his bread and butter, guys. That wrestling from Tommy Garcia, not exchanging with Jimenez. He definitely respects that boxing.
Remember, this one a 3-round fight.
Ramiro doing a good job, getting to the fence, trying to work up from there, basically just trying to break the body lock that Garcia has right now.
It could be the first time, guys, that Dominican Republic wins Copa Combate. If not, it will be the second time that Mexico takes it.
And the Mexican fighter, Ramiro Jimenez, trying to do that wrestling stand-up, controlling one side.
Breaking that grip.
The wrist, yeah. Tommy Garcia doing a good job hanging on. These are fighters went through a 2-rounder in the quarterfinals, a 1-rounder in the semis, warmed up, cooled down, warmed up again.
Oh, And unlike Eguiluz, who was a grappler, Garcia has way better wrestling here. He's not coming in with his head down. He knows better, faster, beautiful takedowns, not very sloppy.
Yeah, Tommy Garcia, I would say the slickest wrestler of this 8-man group. He's showing it right now. Tommy Garcia trying to go back to the well again.
So it goes back, right, to that discussion we were having earlier. The wrestler versus the striker, but Garcia, it is said, was the striking that got him here.
Good takedown from Tommy Garcia, right in the Kimura. Hard to finish without your hips behind it, however.
Good way of turning around, but it could be there. Oh,
He's
good way of
got
Garcia
it.
to get it out.
This might be over.
Oh, no. He stopped
He
it.
tapped.
Ramiro Jimenez is our 2023 Copa Combate winner.
And he did it by submission against the wrestler.
Look at him, he looks like Christian Puas right there. He believed in his buddy, his teammate, $100,000.
Unbelievable moment in these two champions. Tommy Garcia had a great tournament. Got the takedown, but ended up in the Kimura. Ramiro Jimenez using the sweep, getting on top for the finish. Unbelievable. Our first submission of the tournament is by the striker in the finals.
Oh my gosh. Ramiro Jimenez embracing Coach Ellie. What a moment.
Christian Puas Perez in his corner. Mexico takes their second Copa Combate. One eye, no eyes, doesn't matter.
Look at this
Unbelievable.
sequence
This is
here.
how it happened. Yep.
And it's tough to get it from that position, and then when he worked his way on top, all the force and getting the leg over, Raul Porrata stops the fight. And thankfully so, because his shoulder was going to be very compromised if he let that go on any farther.
Yeah, Tommy Garcia had a very short window to step over and get the arm. Didn't take it, and that is your tournament champion, Ramiro Jimenez. We will make it official when we come back to Combate Global. He earned it like no other. That's why he is Copa Combate champion. Ramiro Jimenez. Beatrice Callis, let us know.
El tiempo oficial, 1 minuto y 57 segundos del round número 1, the official time. 1 minute and 57 seconds of round number 1. And the winner of Combate Championship, el ganador de la Copa Combate, desde México, Ramiro Jimenez.
It is good to be king. It is great to be young. It is fantastic to be undefeated at 10-0, but to also be $100,000 richer.
What a moment.
An unbelievable moment for Ramiro Jimenez.
He goes 10-0 for that 100K. I think the numbers is a little coincidental, but I still think it's written in the stars. He said that this was his moment. He wasn't going to be in this tournament if his rib didn't get injured and he had to take some time off. So the universe aligned in his favor today.
It certainly did, but one thing the universe didn't do
the hard
is
way.
make it easy.
Yes.
Exactly. He had a hard road from beginning to end. There is $100,000. So that's what that looks like. All right. But a great performance for Ramiro Jimenez, Rodolfo, Alex, Rodolfo. This moment, Rodolfo, he didn't just earn it, man. He forced his way to the finals with incredible, gritty, gutsy performances. What does this moment mean to you, Rodolfo?
Man, you know, to overcome that first fight, he took a lot of damage against Pablo Burgos, and then to switch gears, right? Stick to his bread and butter of finishing his opponents in the first round. It's like Pulp Fiction. The end started the beginning of the movie, and then the end was the beginning of the movie. And this is essentially what I would compare it to in this year's Copa Combate for Ramiro Jimenez.
Well, it was an incredible performance, an incredible night. Congratulations to Ramiro Jimenez. He had an incredible road to the finals, an incredible performance in that final match. For all of us behind the scenes, Alex Welding, congratulations.
What an
Great
event.
stuff, Rodolfo, Jimmy Smith, Campbell McLaren, thank you so much. We'll see you next time.